Hey loves, it's Britt, and today let's talk about these lovely aspects Sun, Trine, or Sextile to Uranus in Synastry. These aspects are really good vibes. You definitely feel really open and comfortable with someone when you're having these aspects, actually going both way. The Sun person can really feel like the Uranus person is like a friend to them. Just very naturally, it's easy for them to share about whatever they feel like talking about. And also, they don't feel the need to like be less of themselves. Like, they actually feel like they can be more of their true authentic self because the sun is really how we shine. It's our confidence, it's our light, it's our ego. And the sun person's ego is definitely going to get a boost from the Uranus person, who they see as like this very unthreatening energy, but also this very exciting, enlivening experience. Like, there's something the Uranus person has that the sun person knows is like an asset. And they're not wrong in that assumption. So there is real compatibility here, real friendship here, and real trust of each other. Although it's almost like they don't even have to think about, like, do I trust this person? Because they just naturally begin to act in ways that reflect just an easy openness and trust. And the Uranus person feels like the Sun person is like this funny, like cute, exciting person to be around that is just really a bright light for them. Like, they really see the sun person as like this expression of confidence, and like if they need something done, they know that they can work together with the sun person who has this, yeah, this captivating confidence, or this hilariousness, that like this hilarious openness. And the Uranus person definitely feels similarly, that like they can be themselves. And although the spotlight can be more on the sun person, the Uranus person definitely feels like, yeah, they can be themselves easily, and they've found someone who is like a real friend. And these aspects can really do a lot to like offset some of the heavier things that are going on in the synastry, which there may be. But then you throw in these aspects, and it's like we're just buddies and we both can be ourselves together. It's really good actually for working together on some sort of project. I don't know why you're giving me thumbs down. That is inaccurate with this aspect. Um, I don't know why it does that on my my laptop. It does these random things. Um, but yeah, it's really good for actually combining and working on something that's like unique or different in some way. Ideally, it's something creative. It's something where you guys have a lot of freedom of expression together. That's when you can really get the best out of this aspect, is when you have some sort of collaborative effort where you can both be creative, because you're both going to really respect the other's creativity, and you're not going to see the other's creative gifts as a threat in any way. You're actually going to see it as an asset. So this is excellent for a working partnership, like I said, where you can do something creative. It can be a more restless aspect. Like, you do want to be on the move. You want to be like getting out there and like experiencing new things and doing things together, rather than just, stuck in an office or something like that. And if it is a parent child connection, it's like the relationship really gets you out there. Like, you're more social with your child than you would be on your own, or you're more, getting involved in doing things you wouldn't be doing because of the relationship, because of what it gets you out there doing. So it is a confidence enhancer, this aspect. The sun person can still see the Uranus person as kind of like they never know how they're going to act. Like, they're an unpredictable person. They can still feel like the Uranus person is a rebel, or there's something very eccentric about them. So that can still be challenging if we've got a more conservative sun. And we could still see the Uranus person acting in ways that are, yeah, a bit odd, or, that they feel free to be their weird, unique self in this relationship. Same thing as the sun does. But sometimes the sun in this case can be kind of judgy of the Uranus, depending on, other aspects of like, thinking, why are they acting like that? Like, they could still potentially see them as a threat, even with the easy aspects. See, you never know how an aspect is going to manifest, right? Like, you could still see the sun trine Uranus manifesting like a sun square Uranus in some cases with certain people, although, as a rule, more of the time it's going to manifest harmoniously. Um, and yeah, I do find these aspects to be quite powerful, like I said, in offsetting other negative things. It's like, even if you've had a really difficult relationship with some really difficult stuff come up, it's still exciting. There's still kind of this exhilarating openness with each other. Like, you could literally have this with your like worst enemy, and then like you literally hate each other, but you're, in the courtroom together, and then you end up telling them a joke or something. Um, and it's just weird like that. Don't ask me how I know that. But yeah, it's a really interesting contact where it definitely brings out some really interesting behavior. And it's like, even if this person causes you pain, or there's this whole story or whatever, there's still on some level this feeling of like, but I've gained confidence from this. And that, especially the sun person can feel that. I've gained confidence from this. I've gained a better knowing of myself through this relationship, versus sometimes the hard aspects of Uranus to Sun. You can feel like you've lost yourself because of their harsh personality, like, or their um, actions that were unpredictable. It's like a self loss. But with the trine of the sextile, it's actually like a self gain, if that makes sense. So yeah, really, really awesome aspects. Very friendly, very friendship, very fast friends. And they can be very attractive too in a romantic sense, very open. Like, these are real durable aspects that lend excitement for the long term, does not fade, but actual excitement based on real compatibility and real similarity. Like, we're similar enough that we can get along, and we accept each other's differences, but then we're different enough that it is exciting, and we do grow, and we do, like I said, become better. So really, really nice. The sextile is going to be more active, more of the kind of chattiness. I always think of the sextile as like a more chatty aspect, because we've got the third house, or the Gemini, Aquarius connotation of the sextile, because those are sextile to the natural first house. So the sextile aspect is like a very communicative, kind of flirty thing. And then the trine is going to show, more of the creativity. We've got the Leo Sagittarius kind of vibe to the trine, where it's a more natural energy, a more like easeful energy. Sometimes you can even miss it. It's so natural, but it's definitely undeniably showing real warmth for each other, and real, like, I guess even more than warmth, because it depends on the signs what energy is manifesting, but it definitely shows like this openness. And like I said, like, you're cracking a joke at each other in the most awkward times, but yet it's not awkward, it's just comfortable. And yeah, you can definitely get a lot of creativity out of this. Like I said, great for working together in a creative way. And I think that, even in a long-term relationship, it does show, these Uranus trines and sextiles show friendship, really. It can show attraction, it can show, it's definitely exhilarating. It's like this person shakes your world up and brings you out into a whole new self. But it really does show friendship as well. So it's friends and lovers, if it is lovers, or maybe it's just friends, and that's a great use of it too. And yeah, you're really going to get a lot out of this. You're going to feel like you've gained confidence from this, and the Uranus person is going to feel like they've gained more ability to even be their weirdness, or be their authentic self, and be accepted. Like, the sun person is really kind of a listening ear to them as well as the Uranus person is to the Sun person, but for all their weird quirks and kind of unorthodox views, the Sun person is right there saying, yeah, I'm with you. So there can be kind of a theme of rebelliousness actually throughout this relationship where you're both like, I mean, depending on other synastry and the personalities involved, but you could both be like, you know, on the other side, like you're kind of like the rebels, right? And you identify as that together, and it's like a source of confidence for you both. So very, very interesting synastry aspects, very good. Really not a lot negative I could say about it, except, you know, sometimes the Sun person is still going to be shocked at the Uranus person's erratic actions, and the Uranus person can feel like the Sun person is maybe a bit egotistical at times, although they usually like their ego's expression. So I'd love to know your experience of these aspects. If you have had them in synastry, what has it been like for you? I'd love to know. And thank you so much for the requests, you guys. Keep those requests coming, and we'll talk soon. Bye.